Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to Ebony Championship Wrestling, where we hit the mat running with all things WWE. We dive into the biggest moments, the hottest rivalries, and we give the boldest predictions in pro wrestling. Solo Sikoa breaks his silence, sort of. The Street Profits show some sign of life, and we continue to fill up the Elimination Chamber. The boys are here, wrestling is cool, and this is the ECW show. Let's get it. Barely got out there, didn't it? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans across the globe. This is Ebony Championship Wrestling. Please welcome to your screen the man of 100 holds, Montay, aka Coach Montay.
What's up, ECW fam, man? What's going on with all these damn releases? Let's get into it tonight. Let's talk about it.
You can follow him on Instagram at CoachMontay24. Rounding out this chat room is our resident tribal chief, Griff, aka Griff Nation.
What's up, ECW fans? It's your boy Griff Nation. Yo, the one word in the background, yeet. You know, the first WrestleMania match is already made and confirmed. Let's get ready to rock and roll and talk about it tonight.
Find Griff on Instagram at GriffNation84 and on X at CGriff84. I am your host, the Jackie Miles. You can find me on Instagram at JackieMiles42. And as always, it's good to be here with the boys, man. We are going to jump right in tonight as there's a lot to discuss. But as always on this show, we like to have a little fun first. So we're going to play a little game of this or that. And I'm intrigued to know what the boys think about two different topics.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll compare them and see which one you guys choose. Everybody's played this or that before, so give me your choice and give me your explanation as to why. So let's start off with this one: Trish Stratus or Lita? Whomever wants to jump out there first.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Trish Stratus because the woman is just gorgeous and beautiful and still hanging around and still got the juices, man. But I'm definitely gonna go with Trish and respect to Trish, and she's still hanging around and still doing her thing and keeping up with the young talent today.
That's real, Coach.
Trish, because she's beautiful and she's still a cold-blooded killer. She had a great feud with Becky Lynch. Hey, it's timeless, man. She aging like a fine wine, and I can't wait to see her get back in the ring. It's rumored, so hey.
Thank you, Trish.
Let's get it. Yeah. Thank you, Trish.
Between Lita and Cisco, I was all about the thong, so I'm going with Lita on this one. And
okay.
She introduced me to the thong, so I was like, yeah, I'm all in on that. So I'm going with Lita. Right. Which was better, the Money in the Bank cash-in for Edge as the first Money in the Bank cash-in, or Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31? Griff?
Ooh, I'm going with Seth Rollins. I was there live for it. That one was unexpected, and that was the first ever WrestleMania cash-in to end off in the show. So Seth Rollins for me.
Coach.
Definitely got to go with the heist of the century. Is in the storyline. It built who he is today. You know, that was his moment, and he's had momentum. He's been high in WWE ever since. So definitely got to go with the heist of the century for sure.
Yes.
Which is better, a Royal Rumble surprise return or a WrestleMania shocking win?
Ooh.
Coach, let's go to you first.
All right. In this case, I love surprise returns. As much as I love Mania, it's a favorite PLE, but I got to go with a Royal Rumble surprise return. That's the night where you get the pop. You know, obviously it feeds into a storyline and it creates the drama that's necessary, to get to Mania. So I'm always down for a surprise Royal Rumble entry. Yep.
Griff?
Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, when that countdown hits 0 and that pause and that mute hits, you don't know who's coming, who's going to hit. And then when that music hit, it just sends that rush up into you. So I'm definitely going to go with the Rumble entrance, surprise entrance as well.
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of too many shocking wins past Undertaker's streak ending. I don't. My wrestling brain doesn't think past last week anyway, though.
Because Mania
Currently
is
in the
because most of
Go
their
ahead.
card, not to cut you off, Jackie. Most of
No, you're
Mania's
fine.
card is because obviously it's matches that you dreamed of getting to, and you
Mhm.
just there, and then it's just pure wrestling. And you
Mhm.
kind of cool with whoever wins at that point. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
not you kind of know who's going to win.
You can kind of make a case for anybody at that point. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Currently in WWE, who's the more dominant woman, Nia Jax or Rhea Ripley? Griff?
Ooh.
When you're talking about dominance, I'm going with Nia Jax all day long. Nia shows up, and when she shows she don't talk or catch up, and have rap battles or what I'm saying, like promo battles with everybody else. Nia, when she come out talking or come through that ring, she's definitely coming out there to squash and terrorize. So definitely Nia is the most dominant.
Coach?
Nia Jax has always been able to talk shit because she's always had a slick mouth. It's just now that the wrestling is catching up and it's got better, and now we're more appreciative of what she's doing now because she's safer in better feuds, and overall she's more a dominant heel. So she's doing the best work of her career. So definitely got to go with Nia, Jackie. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. The Money in the Bank briefcase, should it be cashed in on mid-card titles or should it just be kept for the world title? Coach?
I believe now to where we obviously we grew up on it being it had to be the main title, but now with so many titles being introduced in WWE, no, go for. I'm down for it being actually whatever title that you need to go for. I'm if it's U.S. Intercontinental, WWE. It depends on who wins it really and where they're positioned in the company. But I'm all for it being any title. I was always down with that. It creates more suspense. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Griff?
Yeah, it can be eligible for the mid card, but I want to stick with the world title all because if you worked hard to climb the ladder and get that briefcase and hold on to it, why not go for the big boy? You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather for them to go for the world title or the undisputed title, wherever it's called, WWE Championship, than the mid card. Because if you work that hard to get that ladder, get that contract, cash it in, and make your name for yourself.
Great points on both sides. Which would you rather see? John
What you got?
Cena winning his 17th world title or The Undertaker returning for one final match? Coach?
As much as I love my goat, y'all know my goat. That's my guy. That's forever my goat. But no, bro, stay where you are. I know you're getting ready to do this LFG. Can't wait to watch that. Stay where you are. But I rather see Cena win his 17.
Griff?
It's Cena farewell tour. Like,
Yep.
this is not about Taker. You had your Hall of Fame moment. You had your final stance. It's Cena time. Cena, 17-time champion. Unanimous decision.
Two more questions, gentlemen. Which is a better match, Iron Man match or 2 out of 3 falls? Coach?
I've always been a fan the Iron Man match. Obviously, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels always captivated my heart. That is the standard, the benchmark. If you want to, the best, first and best to this day. But no, show your skills, show what you got. Obviously, show your holds, whatever you need to do as a technical wrestler, all that and more. Do it in an Iron Man match for sure. My favorite.
Definitely the Iron Man, especially with Iron Man matches, they put the right athletes and the right talent in those matches, all because that's a lot of condition, a lot of endurance
Yeah.
and things that goes on in that whole hour. So that's one thing I love to see is just the different things that can be done in an hour. More importantly, the conditioning and endurance that they hold throughout the whole match. So definitely the Iron Man 60 minutes for me.
You definitely got to keep my attention for a longer time, and I'm letting you know now. I'm very attention deficit. I'm letting you know now.
Right.
Yep.
Better get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Better get
Last
it.
question. Which was more of a how do I want to phrase this? I know what I want to say, but which was more of a wrestling generation shaping moment? The
Ooh.
streak ending or the Montreal screw job?
Ooh. Great one.
Oh. Wrestling general.
Go ahead, Griff, if you're ready.
Oh.
I'm
That's a
going to
good
go
one.
with the Montreal screw job because that led into the Attitude Era until where we are today, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with the Montreal screw job.
Coach.
The Montreal Screwjob for me, because as I watch more of the behind the scenes documentaries on that night, it's just the realism. It's actually when they let us in the world of what happens behind the
Mm-hmm.
scenes.
Yeah.
The true nature of the business, like what can go wrong. How Vince did Brett that night was that was real shitty and
Yeah.
foul. But it kind of let us. There was the first night we actually got let behind the curtains on the true business. So that
Mhm.
and it changed from now on. Now we know, but that was the first time, and that was at what 97. First time
Yes.
they let us behind the curtain. Yeah.
And Coach, let me know if this is controversial because of your GOAT, but I,
Mm-hmm.
when you talk about the clique and you talk about anything that they're kind of tied to, right? Like they're the
Mm-hmm.
reason that the wrestling business is what it is, right? And then I think
True.
about like guys like
It's true.
Hulk Hogan, and I'm well aware that he carried his own era. I'm well
Yeah.
aware of that. But I don't think that his
Mm.
character gets over today.
No,
The clique
absolutely
does.
not.
The
Oh, for sure.
clique does. If
Yep.
you give Prime clique like they actually do, Undertaker is what it is because of the mystique around his character.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
I think
Yep.
about those guys and like every time we play this or that, your answers lead from like if that didn't happen, none of this would be what it is. And as much as I hate X Pac, he's been a part of all of that, and I can't stand him. But like the clique and everything that they did basically shaped what WWE is today,
Yeah.
especially now with Triple
Yes.
H running the top, Shawn Michaels running the lower.
NXT.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
say what you
100%
want,
agree.
say what you want about their personalities, but they shaped wrestling. Let's be honest there. They
I
shaped
agree.
wrestling.
They changed it in both brands, WCW, and they came in and
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Like everything that they did, like DX, that's click.
Mm-hmm.
NWO is click.
Click.
Outsiders, right? Like all of that is comes
For sure.
from their brains, right?
Yep.
And
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
Vince
Yeah.
to trust that they would, that they understood what needed to be done. Yes.
Good point.
I don't know if he had it. I don't know if, to your point, Coach, if he had to screw over Brett, but
Yeah. Yeah.
the business was the business at the time, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, man. Well, like I said, always interesting playing this or that with y'all because you never know which way this
It's
is gonna
good. Oh
go.
yeah.
But
Absolutely.
that
That
one,
was
but
good.
those questions always lead to us
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about them for some reason. So just wanted to put that out there. All
Yes,
right, man.
sir.
I'm
Good
gonna throw it
stuff.
over to
Good
y'all.
stuff.
I'm gonna take a step back here and let y'all have this dark match real quick and go ahead and discuss what you need to discuss.
Alrighty. Coach Montay, what's happening, my brother? What's going on down there in the Dirty
Was
D?
was good, man. DFW is good, bro. Trying to stay alive, man. Taking care of business. How are you, man? You looking good? Nice hoodie.
Hey, I'm good,
What's
man.
up?
Just gonna be a good, nice little nap in. I'm feeling good, feeling a little energized, man. That old soul, bro. We taking naps, longer naps than
40 and
expected.
over. 40 and over.
Hey, Coach, man,
Mm-hmm.
I got a question, man.
Mm-hmm.
Raw this past week, we saw our
Mm-hmm.
first Mania match was made
Yeah,
this
yeah.
week. But I wanted to ask you just a little early WrestleMania prediction. What are the matches that you may have saw or maybe
Mm-hmm.
came to mind that could be a possible soon to be match card for Mania coming up?
So you asking early predictions already, man?
I'm asking for
Got
an
to
early
get it.
one. Yes, sir.
All right, all
Did you
right.
see? Did you see something else throughout that show on Monday?
Considering I was half asleep, I told you when I was, I was fortunate enough to, wake back up at the end. But I did see, the segments. I saw. To answer your question, I did see one tease,
Okay.
and I'm still trying to find more to card too. But I did see, at least Braun Breaker and AJ Styles at least tease, and I'm here for it.
Okay.
So because he needs AJ Styles coming back. He needs a great dance partner going into Mania, and Breaker. If it's not Sheamus, I would love to see AJ Styles, but that's really the only one I seen where they came face to face. I'm still looking, I'm still searching, but you sound like you got more because I'm besides Jay and Gunther. That was really the only ones I've seen because I know we're still trying to shape Griff. We got a good elimination chamber here, and I know a lot of that's gonna come, out of that cage. But did you see something I didn't see, man? What you thinking?
Well, to the AJ and Brian, you got two Georgia boys there, and what's
Yeah.
interesting about those two, if it happens, does
Mm-hmm.
AJ? The question is, will AJ put Brian over, or will AJ finally win the Intercontinental Championship for the first time in his career? So that's something
Yeah.
interesting if that were to go down.
I'd love to see.
I did
Yeah,
see a
that's a good
couple
point.
things here.
Okay.
I know there's this big thing swirling around about a triple threat about Punk and Seth and Roman, which, I 100% disagree with. And I almost was want to vomit when I keep hearing that. Like, why? That don't make no sense. But
That's a
I did
WrestleMania.
see,
That's a WrestleMania match there, bro.
nah, no.
Okay.
I'll explain that. But I see two egomaniacs that could be a possible, and Logan Paul and CM Punk.
Okay.
Um, two egomaniacs, two shit talkers on the mic, leading up
Mm-hmm.
to it, get hit below the belt. I think that'd be definitely great, but no, I don't expect Punk and Rollins and Roman to be no triple threat. Like that don't make no sense at all to me. But what's your feel on that? How you feel
So
about?
before I go, you were saying, my bro, that you want to see. So you thinking it's just going to be Punk and who do you Punk and who and Logan Paul?
Correct.
No, because I don't think so because I, here's my thoughts. CM Punk has been on this. I got to get back to WrestleMania. I got to get back to the main event. I got to get back to the stage for so long, and I'm just thinking that they won't insult him with with an opponent like Logan Paul. My thing, and I told you this last night when we just shooting the breeze with you. I think the triple threat is a money making match because they all have of course we know the history between Seth and Roman. Of course that needs to be addressed, but Punk has hatred and vitriol towards both of them, and I'm just going off of solely what he did, with their interaction at the Rumble. Obviously, all of them getting tossed over. I understand with Logan eliminating Punk, bro, but those three together, they got something, and they can create some fire. So I'm on board with seeing the triple threat. I wouldn't mind, either way. But I'm just thinking because Punk has just been on this train. I got to get back to the main event, and I'm thinking, why not have a triple threat, for a Saturday night main event? That was my thinking there.
So, Coach,
Hmm.
we're gonna talk about this some more because we can go a long way with it. But I'm gonna let your brain marinate and think about this,
Hmm.
and we're gonna get on out of here real quick.
Hmm.
Um, Logan Paul is the type of guy that can ruin and kill a nightmare in a dream. That's the guy that's gonna kill CM Punk nightmare again in WrestleMania. So you need that heat. Roman has to get this monkey
Oh,
off his back against Seth Rollins. CM Punk, we don't need that favor or nothing right now. Okay, I just want you to marinate that
that's
real
what
quickly.
because that's what I was thinking, and I
Yep.
can tag back to you because the favors got to come into play some way somehow, and inserting that in that feud. But yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So just marinate on those two things
Mm.
real quick, and we're gonna revisit that conversation because we can go all day tit for tat and go into history, bro. But yeah, bro, man, I'm glad to get to pick your brain real quick on on that.
Finish no,
And
but finish your thought there. Get finish. I think you were getting ready to say about. Yeah, go ahead. Finish it up. You
so
got time. Yep, you got time.
so basically, what I was referring to was Logan
Mm-hmm.
Paul is a dream killer, right? So
Oh.
take that dream of CM Punk going to WrestleMania. You need CM Punk pissed off, and you need him
Hmm.
mad, right? So that right there can lead into wherever this favorite is. A lot of times, this favorite don't have nothing to do with Roman or Seth Rollins. This favorite could be anything. We just don't know that, right?
That's true.
But you have Seth Rollins who planted the bug last year going into War Games, how I don't want to be nowhere near Roman, planted that seed as, okay, you know
Hmm.
what? Now I got him at the Rumble. You seen the little lion stare down between the two, the elimination, the curse stump. This is the story that you're going into between those two, which A can still possibly main event or B not be a mid card between those two. But at the end of the day,
Hmm.
Roman has to get the monkey off his back with
Good point.
Seth Rollins because
Yeah.
a triple threat will mean nothing for Punk to win it Seth to win it or Roman to win it. It has to be a one-on-one situation.
Okay. So you're all for the unfinished business match with Roman and Seth. Okay, that's a
That is
moneymaker too.
correct. Yes, sir.
Well, hey, that's a good early prediction there. Main event. Obviously, we got to factor in American Nightmare and Cena at some point. We still got Randy Orton. So let's but yeah, we got time to chop it up, man. So that's a good question, man. I'm glad you came into the ring with me trying to pick my brain on an early prediction.
Try to get that dirt sheet spirit out of you, bro.
Well, yeah, I know. I'll be hanging with him too much. But yeah, man, that's good stuff, bro. Let's see what else we got. And all right, peace. Till next time. Good to see you, boy.
All right, my brother, man. Tell the
All
fam,
right,
say
all
what's
right.
up.
All right, we'll do.
All right, welcome back, boys. We're going to head now to the lightning round, our favorite segment. We're going to put 3 minutes on the clock. I'm going to pick the boys' brain with a topic and see what their thoughts are towards said topic. Let's get started with Solo Sikoa returns for Cody. Our thoughts here, gentlemen. Let's jump right into it. Griff, what are you feeling, brother?
Cody just can't get a break.
Interesting.
To see the end of the show, the hoodie come through the crowd and the spike. There's some unfinished business. Solo has been silent since losing to the Tribal Chief, and a lot of his voice, a lot of his spokenness is coming through his actions. So yeah, Cody, you're up next.
Man, wrong target, but okay, we'll take it. It's like deja vu again, but it's got to make a statement some way somehow. He's got to stay in the fold. Good luck, bro. Oh man, he's on his last leg. Hopefully we can get him going before Mania.
Okay. Carmelo Hayes picks up a much needed win. Are you a fan of the run that he's on, Coach?
All right, repeat the question one more time.
Yep.
Kind of a difficulty there. Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes picks up a much needed win. Are you still a fan of the run that he's on, Coach?
Oh yes, he is the modern day irritant, the modern day Shawn Michaels. Just want to pick a match. Hey, I'm athletic enough. I talk the shit. Hey, just give me a win here or there. Carmelo was right where he needs to be, and they're gonna push him at the right spot. But yeah, I'm all for him. Yeah, anytime you get a dub, I'm with it. I'm a big Melo fan.
Alexa Bliss returns with still no mic time. Griff, how do you feel about the return?
2 years off, coming back fresh and clean. Yeah, I'm excited. This is great for her to come back, pick a big win, get in this chamber. But yeah, I think she's got something up her sleeves and some specials are gonna come out. So let's stay tuned to the mic game because I'm sure she got a lot to say here real soon.
Question for both of you. Jay chooses Gunther. Does he win it, Griff?
Yes, Jay will win, and Jay has to win. Jay needs to win. All the above. Jay will win the World Championship.
Coach?
Jay wins, but I want Gunther to do the heelest of all heelish stuff he can do. Continue to turn up the heat, whip his ass a few more times, maybe ride him off for a couple weeks. They got too much to tell it, so here we are.
Pretty deadly. Yes, boys. Surprises TBTTITWDIY. The best tag team in the world. Okay, yep. And the Street Profits then cut a promo. How's the tag team division for you, Coach?
Oh, it's shaping up well. Darker side, Montez Grill, okay. If you're gonna go over there, let's go over there. But no, it's much needed. Y'all know we gonna get that 6-team ladder match. Let's get ready. But no, it needs to take shape.
Is the SmackDown tag division better than the Raw tag division, Griff?
Yes, 100%. Absolutely.
Agreed.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Agreed.
Logan Paul defeats Rey Mysterio. Are we good with this? This is a question for both of you as well. Coach, let's start with you.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Anytime I can see Ray going up against the against the, Jackie, one of your favorite moments of all time. Anytime I can see Ray getting thrown
like
around.
a lawn dart.
Yeah, it don't matter. No, Logan Paul's the right call here. You got to get him in the chamber because that's how the way you're gonna stir the mess for the feuds going into Mania.
Griff?
Yeah, 100%. You need that. You need heat in the elimination chamber with all those egos and those heavyweights that's in there. But more importantly, here's the biggest thing for me: Logan Paul plus Toronto, Canada. equals chaos.
Yeah, that's true.
Charlotte Flair returns to boos all over the place. Are we?
Ooh, Jackie. How'd you feel about that, Jackie?
All right,
I
listen.
know
I
we still
wasn't
in
gonna say
lightning round.
nothing.
We'll
Get
get back
this
to you.
take going.
Really, really quickly, she is not a face, and no matter how you try to tell me that she's a face, or you try to tell me that I should root for her, I'm not going to. If you put the Charlotte up there that says I'm the 16-time champion or whatever it may be, I'm the whatever time champion, and I'm that girl, and nobody can beat me, then I believe that because that's who you are. But you trying to
Exactly.
make me love you is not a real thing. I don't love you, and that's fine. I'm glad that you're back, but now that you are back, like, no. I need like Charlotte to come back. I don't need this person that you want me to love to come back. So I agree with the crowd. Now I don't agree with them hijacking her promos. I don't
promo.
ever agree with that. But like I agree with the crowd. Like, boo, you need to you haven't made me love you yet.
No.
So, just the same way that you have to do something to make me hate you as a heel. You got to do something to make me love you as a face.
Yeah.
I just because you tell me to love you does not mean that I love you.
I sat there and I said to myself, just let her, if she's going to carry her daddy's legacy, she does not need to try to be a face ever again in her
No.
run.
No.
She needs to be heel the rest of the way out and just let her be. Let her be. Leave her alone. Let her be heel Charlotte Flair. And she's in her element. She's so uncomfortable. It's not organic as a face.
She doesn't
so
know how to
stop
be
trying.
humble.
That's my thought.
From a character standpoint, her character.
100%. I'm just.
Sorry, Griff.
Yeah.
Oh, you good? No, you good. I was just gonna say I'm just waiting for the pivot because she has been slowly pivoting and dipping down back and forth trying to fill the crowd out. But at the end of the day, she already knows like they're going to continue to boo her. It's Tiffany time. The fans are over with Tiffany Stratton. Go ahead and swerve over to this heel persona. And like you all said, and I say the same thing. There's a short list of people on that heel list who should remain heel the rest of their careers, and she's like one, if not the top of that list. The only time she should come back face is when she does her Hall of Fame speech at the induction ceremony.
True.
Because you love to hate her, right? That's the reason she's so good. She's like the Patriots. She's like the Chiefs, right? Like you love to hate her because she's so good. And that's like Patrick Mahomes coming out and be like, I'm so humble that we're doing this. No, like you've been dominating, like talk your shit.
Yeah.
Like
right.
You know what I'm saying? You've been dominating. It's
That's
fine.
real, bro.
Like the reason that I do love you is because you're such a good heel, because you know who you are as a character, and you know when you get into the ring you're going to dominate. So give me that character. Don't give me this girl that's happy to be back, which again, happy you are, but that's not the character that I wanted to come back in at all. Like I wanted you to, like I said, I wanted her to Kenny Omega this month. Like give her all the titles. Go down to NXT, take that title, take the Intercontinental title from the men, take them two, go down to 205 Live, take their title, go over to TNA, take their title. Like I need it, like Ring of Honor, give me that Athena, come on over. Like I need her. I need Charlotte Flair, right? I don't know who this person is. That's Ashley up there. I don't need her. I need Charlotte Flair. Okay, give me something.
Yeah.
All of that to say,
they need to do over.
All of that to say, I'm not happy with the return. That's okay. All right. Anything else that y'all want to add into this conversation, gentlemen? I know that was kind of quick, but anything y'all want to add?
Yeah, that was when she came back, me and you, Jackie, we watched in the living room. It was all the popping circumstance. She had all the pyro. She, you knew something was up. I just think had she just came out and just stand on business, come 10 toes down, just come down to the ring and just start beating ass and getting right back into your heel ways, then that then that would have warranted boos and she would have walked right into it. It would have made it a lot easier. I just think the way they positioned that was just off from the get-go. Let her do her stuff. Let her be her heel, and she could have won the Rumble in doing heel shit. It would have been more believable. And that's to your point, Jackie. That's Charlotte.
Griff?
No, I'm good with Charlotte and all that, but I'm over Charlotte with that one right now. But I want to get to this gentleman right here,
sure.
Who's going to dominate and squash the hell out of Priest and Braun Strowman. 'Cause I think that's an Elimination Chamber qualifier as
It's a
well
triple
too. Oh
threat.
my,
Yeah,
oh my, oh
I'm
my.
looking at it right
Coming.
here. How they get a triple threat? That's terrible.
No, it makes sense to me. Like
It do.
like I said, it's the biggest, the baddest in the jungle. You got to put
Yeah.
them against each other and see who's gonna come out on
See who's gonna
top.
come out. Yeah.
Because you got to kill the Strowman situation between Jacob, and then also Priest and
That
Jacob
makes
had a
sense.
face to face at the SmackDown before Rumble. So you need to carry that as well. So why not put those, beasts, all them beasts in one, and let the best one win? Makes sense.
Well, Jacob, my favorite out of it. Yep. So,
I think it's gonna be one of them things where they beat the hell out of each other all over the arena or whatever it may be, and nobody wins, right? Like
Mhm.
what was it, Strowman and Bronson Reed a couple months ago, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Strowman
Yep.
is in Strowman. That is a Strowman special match, right? Like I'm gonna throw you through this Titantron real quick, and then and when you come out on the other side, that's the end of the
I
match, right? Like
Yeah.
that's a Strowman type thing. But I am excited
feel
about that
sorry for
match, Griff. Thank you
Priest.
for bringing that
Feel
up.
sorry for Priest. Yeah.
I mean, well, how do we feel about Priest? We got some time here, John. How do we feel about Priest? Because are
Oh,
y'all
now
good
that
with
he's
them pushing him so
on
much?
SmackDown now.
I don't have anything against Priest. One thing I will say that I'm glad it's a fresh start and look for him on SmackDown. But I'm glad the Terror Twins, the Judgment Day, the
Mm-hmm.
Finn Balor, all that is done and behind. And now
Yeah.
we get a fresher, different look and maybe some more different rivalries for Priest one-on-one. Because if he stayed on Raw, I think writers would have still kept him in the same situation. Where on SmackDown, now you could throw a Jacob, now you could throw a Solo, now you could throw a Carmelo, now you can throw Drew McIntyre again somewhere down the road in the situation, So if you're going to be a one-on-one on your own, to go somewhere where you can get one-on-one repetitions and work versus being in storylines that's just repetitive and getting boring.
Got that, Coach. You feel the same
Good
way?
point. Oh yeah, that's good. I mean, I've been cool with Damian. Obviously, he doesn't move me. I mean, once he started picking up his work a little bit toward the end of his Raw run, I became a fan. But no, I agree with Griff. He's fresher fuse, man, and he's gonna get a lot more quality reps on SmackDown, and hopefully this can get him over where he needs to be.
Okay. I
Yep.
think, I think the move is good for him. I'm glad that he
Mhm.
is out of this Judgment Day storyline.
Yeah.
I would like him to get back to wrestling the way he was wrestling when he was with like Dijak and like Keith Lee and all of them down in NXT.
Mhm.
And if he can get back to that, then I can get behind him. But if we're just gonna have the same Damian Priest that we had over on Raw, then I'm over it. You know what I mean? So,
Hey,
but I
hey.
do hope that they bring something else out of him. So.
Oh yeah.
All
Oh
right,
yeah.
let's end here with the question of the night, and want to pick your brains real quick. Take your time and think on it if you need to. But if you had to pick one lower card person, not mid card, but one lower card person to shoot to the moon, who would it be and why? I'm thinking somebody that's like back in catering, somebody that doesn't get as much run on the mat as possible, but somebody that you would like to see them push. I'm not thinking NXT either, though.
This just all main roster or NXT included?
All main roster, no NXT.
Okay.
I'm going to start this out because my gripe, ECW fan, beginning to show, these releases here. So hopefully, Jackie, this is a good segue into that. Apollo Crews has been, and I made a joke a few months ago on the show. The cat that always survived. I think it was Cedric Alexander at one point.
Yeah.
Then after that, but Apollo Crews is the ultimate guy that always survives every cut. Period. So it's something that they keep holding on to him for. Just let him shine. He's strong as an ox. He's athletic. Early in his career, he was doing his thing because that was actually when I was following the Black and Gold brand. I did see Cruz before he got up there, and he's got the look. He just got it. He just needed to get something a little bit more behind his gimmick to make it believable. But as far as the physical capability to do the work, to put on quality matches, it's always been there. Which
Sure.
is, imagine that's why they haven't made that move. But no, I would look to answer your question, Jackie. Apollo Crews is if you're gonna keep him, it's time. That's my
Might as
pick.
well use them.
Yep.
That's what use them. Yeah, absolutely. I think the one I'm gonna stick with the one for me, and this one is slowly climbing out of catering as we've been seeing the last couple of weeks. But I'm gonna go with this individual. I think she's always been a sleeper. She's a heck of a talent, and they just, I guess, trying to figure things out. But I want to see my girl B Fab rise and shine to the grind.
Good
For
pick.
me,
Good pick.
she's a very dedicated worker. I've been watching her training videos with Dawkins and a few other independent people, indie talents with Natalia and TJ. Got a wrestling school in Florida, and she's like one of the top and brightest students, man. Like the girl, she got speed, she got endurance, she got the mouthpiece, and I see they're slowly working with her. I just hope they continue to have faith in with her and also find something just for her, not link up with Meechin, but find something for her that she can come and cut promos. I mean, we see she got the mouthpiece when she was doing things for the Profits, right? But her in-ring work and things she can do, the more repetition she get on the television, it's one thing, you know how it is, boys, we coaches. You know how everybody can perform their best at practice, but then when you put the spotlight on the game, they're nervous and things can happen. And we know how good you are, but I just want her to get in that spotlight to get repetition so that way she's comfortable with the lights, comfortable with the crowd, comfortable with the TV, and go on a run and possibly be in a mid-card situation, if not a championship situation by the end of this year.
It's good.
Okay, I'm with that. My pick is actually Maxine. I'm thinking about the progression she's made from being the mouthpiece for Maximum Male Models to the point where now like she's getting her own spot in the Royal Rumble, and like the strides that she's made. No, I don't think she's a top tier talent right now, but I think at some point she's a pretty girl. I think she can talk on the mic, for the most part. And if you find a way to get her like some grit or put her in like a Sami Zayn type story or something, y'all know what I mean by like Sami Zayn type story, like some type of underdog situation where she can fight her way out of it or whatever. I think she can, pull it off, but I think that's down the line once she gets some better ring work. But I would like to see them push her at some point.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Scuff my Timbs, Jackie.
It's coming, another bro. Round. I'm on it next week, bro. Don't even worry about it. It's coming.
I'm saying it's no. I'm saying another round of releases, guys. It's
got you.
That's what Scuff my Timbs.
Got you.
Y'all, like what
are your thoughts?
I am every time I see somebody get released and I have this bad thought, it's like this terrible imagery, but this y'all be cracking me up. I'm like, wait a minute, like why are you turning into your father-in-law? Like every time this happens, I'm like, already, like, come on, is it you or? But no, it can't. And I sit back and I say, no, okay. I come back to reality. I snap back. I get off my soapbox. It's like, this can't be all Triple H. I recognize it is a business. It's money. They're making moves. I just feel sorry for talent that. Why call people up like Blair Davenport if you're not gonna use them properly? And then if you don't have a good story for them, and then all of a sudden, baby girl didn't even get a shot. So I think that was the one that kind of, got me. Sonya Deville, I understood that one, but the one that got me was Blair Davenport. I understand you have to make room for certain things, budget, more talent, but these are. I'm still looking at talent that's still left out there, that's still left on this roster. Like, nah, like we could have let Baby shine a little bit longer. So I kind of did get in my feelings on that one. Yeah, Griff.
Busted Open, Indy Hartwell did an interview, and it was like one of the best interviews she did. And when she was talking about her release, she didn't blame WWE one bit. She took herself responsible for being fearful, missing out on opportunities because of her fear, her nervousness, just like I was alluding to about B-Fab. She took accountability, her confidence level, and everything else, right? I say that to say a lot of time when releases happen, the first thing we always look at is Vince or Triple H. I look at it like this. Think about you working for I'm just gonna throw some out there. Work for Target, right? We always look at, let's say the owner of Target is Joe, but technically Joe ain't the person that cut you. It's the managers that ran that corporation and ran that had cut you. Say, hey, we don't have nothing for you. When it comes to the releases, because I want to share this too, because a lot of people don't understand this. If you notice, they have this thing called 90 days, like this hashtag 90 days. Basically, they're still in the contract with WWE. They're still getting paid, and after their 90 days up, they can go on social media, they can go on podcasts, and they can go to other promotions and go from there. But in these 90 days, they're still in the contract and still getting paid. But to that, Blair Davenport did hurt me the most out of everybody, all because I felt, she was called up a little bit too early, and then you never got opportunity, and you could have stayed in NXT. But I also say that we also don't know the behind the scenes of the reason why. And then I don't want to put all this on Triple H as well, because there's something going on, something they're seeing that, that we don't know and don't see. We just looking from the outside as fans and everything. But they were surprising. They were shocking. The two biggest ones for me, of course, was Blair and also Sonya Deville, especially with Sonya coming off a good Rumble run, and all of a sudden she's gone just like that. But the other ones, it was kind of like, man, God bless, and I think Letra Lopez was one of the last ones too. She kind of shocked me, being with the group on SmackDown. So yeah, man, it just surprising, it had to happen. But then you have to also look at where the company is going. Look who's returning. Look who's been getting all these deals. Look who's getting these contracts and things like that. So sometimes cuts got to happen in order for those big major contracts and those signing the deals to happen for who's coming back.
I think you also got to think about, like, how are you with the crowd reactions? Like, this is a crowd driven sport.
Yep.
And if you're not getting crowd reactions, then
That's
what
true.
are we doing?
Right.
And I think, you guys talked about Blair Davenport didn't get a shot. She got a shot. She was on SmackDown for at least a good 4 weeks where she was wrestling Naomi, and we kept questioning, like, what are they doing? Because it didn't make sense. And because it didn't make sense is because it clearly had something to do with her. And so, yes, I understand, like, you guys are sentimental about the releases, and we want, certain storylines to be told, with these characters and things like that. But we got to remember, you got to be good at your job too, bro. Like,
no, 100%.
We get released when we ain't producing. You know what I'm saying? So
that was the main point I was making. Like, we can't just always blame Vince and Triple H because we don't know the behind the scenes. And like you said, the crowd reaction. That's why I was saying about Indy. When she did her thing, she didn't blame W for a release. She literally held herself accountable and said, I didn't move right. I was always nervous. I was always, fearful. My confidence was low. And when you in a game like that, your confidence got to be straight high. And if not, then, hey, we got to take you off and put somebody in your place.
So Sonya was Griff, I heard you, but I think Sonya's contract was up anyway. So I think hers was already saying, all right, I'll just bow out. I think that was the difference. Crowd reactions. I'm just saying, think about, for example, that faction, the Pure Fusion Collector. Jackie, you called them something else.
Rest in peace to the stud line.
Right, they're going to be no more.
Rest in peace to the Studley boys.
So Shayna, right? So Shayna and Zoe, like, they ain't getting no reaction either. So that's what I'm saying. Kind of like, shouldn't they all go?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not really though, because when you think about the UFC fighters, you definitely think about Shayna. You think about Shayna, right? Sonya Deville, yes, but like no, right? And then you got Zoe Stark, who is young and very, very gifted. You're not getting rid of that. Think about if you think about your football team, brother. Like, if your fantasy football team, you're not getting rid of that player that's showing some sort of promise at the age of 24, when you know that they on their way up, right?
Yeah.
And you're not getting rid of your middle linebacker that if you need to put them into that situation, they can handle that situation. And I believe that that's what Shayna is. Sonya Deville, yes, but she's not the greatest of wrestlers. She's not the greatest of UFC characters to come over either. So it's not like, it ain't like she finna go back to, like, put your hair up and square up or whatever it was. She's not doing that no more. So, like it makes sense to me that you make space for new characters to come in, right? Like you can't keep telling the same story over and over again, especially if that person's
Right.
not getting over. So all of the new signings that they keep getting, all of the new shows that they're putting together to develop all of these different characters, they got to fit in somewhere. That's why I've always asked, like, what happens when WWE gets to this bottleneck of talent, which is where we're headed in the next 2 years
Next
or
year
so.
or
We're going to be
so, yep.
questioning why so and so is losing, and why so and so is losing, and why not this, that, and the other. We're headed in that direction, but it's because you're developing so much talent, and they have to go somewhere. And so you got to release some of the talent that isn't necessarily producing what like you thought it should.
Hey, Jackie,
Gotcha.
real quickly, because I know you was high on this individual as well, too. What are your thoughts on Isla Dawn? Elba Fire stays, but Isla Dawn was let go.
That's different.
Yeah, I remember Alba Fire's reign in NXT UK, and she proved herself in my eyes. I this is my opinion only. She proved herself to me in that moment. Not that she has to, but I didn't see the same thing from Isla Dawn. Right, them as a tag team was great, but I think you can push Alba Fire as a top tier in the women's division because she's capable of doing it. I just didn't see the same for Isla Dawn.
She went by another name too, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember something.
I can't remember. Alba Fire went by another name, and
something else in NXT UK
before she came to the main roster. They changed it to
and they added the Fire. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I just didn't see the same thing.
That makes sense.
The same production. Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right, boys. This has
good.
been a good time, man. This has been fun, and hopefully everybody's enjoyed this one. And let's get on out of here, man. Coach, let the people know where they can find you.
All right, yeah, your boy at Coach Montay 24 on Instagram.
Griff, let the people know.
Griff Nation 84 on Instagram, and also on X, formerly known as Twitter, Griff 84.
You can follow me, Jackie Miles, on Instagram and on Twitter at Jackie Miles 42. You can follow me on follow us all on Instagram and Twitter on Ebony Championship Wrestling and Ebony Championship Rest, respectively. And we hope that you've enjoyed the show tonight. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Send it out to all of your peoples. Make sure that you hit the bell so that you are notified every time that the boys are on the screen. This one is always fun, and we appreciate all the love and support. And this is Ebony Championship Wrestling signing off. But Coach, let them know.
You know we ain't never tapping out. Good night, y'all. Peace.
Not once. We'll see y'all next time.
WCW.
We'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a great night.